How goes it, folks? Jolly Yellow talking to you. Sometimes you hear something that catches your attention, and next thing you know, you're in a whole new world. Even without a picture or a movie to watch, you visualize your surroundings and feel like a part of the action. I'm here to talk about such one experience, the novel We, in audiobook form. So in We, again, taking place several hundred years from where we are now, we have the one state, which is a totalitarian, authoritarian figure or government led by the benefactor, in which they rule all, they see all, they know all, and they use their iron fist of power to stamp out anything that could appear to be rebellion. And when I say the one state knows all, sees all, and rules all, I do mean it. The absolute rule and the overwatch by the one state extends to taking up 22 hours of the day, meaning that citizens only have 2 hours of unsupervised time to do with as they wish, and to an extent. To even take the point home further when it comes to this world, even sex is regulated, in which quite literally people are checked out as if they were library books to engage in something called sex that's more for the procreation than for any sort of joy. But as with all totalitarian, authoritarian, and dystopian landscapes, there's always a spark of rebellion. The novel focuses on the perspective of Engineer D503. That's another thing. We don't really have names. People just have designations for who they are and what their functions are supposed to be. He comes across the organization known as the Mephi. That is an organization that is dedicated to taking down the one state. So there's your rebellious faction that will always come up in most of these dystopian novels and fiction. So I'll leave the story at that because I don't want to give away too much. But what I do notice here with this novel, unlike a lot of the other dystopians, there is absolutely a definite coldness that the author gives in their presentation, and also giving things from the perspective of D503 as he slowly awakens to seeing that there is more to life than what the one state allows him to have. We even see at a point in the novel where he begins to have dreams, starts to imagine things and consider possibilities that he really hadn't thought about before, and they are regarded as literal mental illness, to the point that it is recommended that he have a procedure in which X-ray radiation is used to destroy certain parts of the brain, guaranteed to remove imagination and dreaming. Think about that. The government has taken so much control over people's lives that it actually figured out how to destroy the human imagination. Now, as I mentioned before, I consume this in audio form, so I was listening to it rather than having the book in my hand, and maybe that has an influence on my thought about this, but this book feels very dense. Even though it was only, I believe, 7 hours total in audiobook format, it honestly felt like it took a lot longer to listen to this entire novel, one into the other. And again, that could be because it was an audiobook rather than the physical book in my hand, so I don't even know a page count of it. But just want to give you that warning in case, you're looking for something that kind of gets to the point quickly, or looking for something that's going to be a quick read. I don't think this is going to be a quick read for most people, unless they're just die-hard dystopian fiction readers. Maybe they'll get through it very quickly, but most people probably won't. They're going to have to take their time. Even I had to go back and re-listen to a couple of chapters, which are called records, because this is from the perspective of D503, and each chapter is a record in his log to be shared later, just to put that out there. But I would say yes, if you're into dystopian fiction, this seems to be one of the earlier works of it, maybe one of the earliest, and it has been cited as influence on the later novel 1984 by George H.G. Wells. Sorry about that. Okay, that was disrespectful. I got so nervous I just messed up and got the wrong name. The author of 1984 is George Orwell, not H.G. Wells. But I enjoyed it. May have to go and track down more works by this writer, and I'll just put the text right there because I'm not gonna disrespect his name by trying to pronounce it. But all in all, awesome listen. You folks have a good day. Jolly Yellow out. As always, keep exploring.